All right, everyone. What's going on, everyone? I am doing a car repair video. It's been a while. Um, I've gotten a check engine light. I will go ahead and just start the car here and just kind of show it. And if you look at the RPMs here, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it. Okay, well, it didn't do it this time, but you see the check engine light is on. I just turned the car around so it can face the garage. But the RPMs, when it starts, it kind of revs up and down, up and down, up and down. And I think that's what's tripping the check engine light. And so let me get the OBM reader, ODM reader, whatever it is. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the what is it called? OBD reader. Okay, so anyway, there is a check engine light on. Let me escape here. What's this say? Are you sure you? No. Okay, let's do the engine. And let's read the code. So the check engine light is on, so let's read the code. Start code. And it's a P200A. Doesn't give any definition, but if you look it up, it's a intake manifold control runner. And so I've seen one other video, but I'm going to do my own. Hopefully this helps you out. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new. I don't do too many car videos because I try to avoid repairing cars as much as possible, but sometimes you can't avoid it. Anyways, I do have memberships. Please consider joining membership. Not all of them are about cars, but this one is today. Okay, the part in question is, all right, I'm going to zoom in as much as I can. So here's the engine is open. If you look up here, you'll see the year of your car. This is a Hyundai Tucson. All right, 2013. So anyways, so I'm going to back and zoom out. So this is your engine bay. The intake manifold is here, and then the runner control, intake manifold runner control is that thing right there. And I'm going to zoom in and kind of show you right there. There it is, right there. That's what it is right there. That's it right there, tucked in between your coolant, goes your coolant hose, and your air filter. So got to remove these two things to get to it. You could take out the cover. This just pops up real easy. Let me pull it up. There we go. There you go. And yeah, I got a squirrel that comes in here. The car just sits here. It's been sitting here. I got a squirrel that comes in here and decides to dump all the stuff in here. Gets moved around. Anyways, got to clean that up. Got to do that every often. Okay, I'm back. I got this part, the intake manifold runner controller, from a company called Summit. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, I just looked it up online, and they're reasonable. Let me see, what is my cost? There is the, oh, anyways, let me see, there's the part number for it, and the cost is whatever, what is it, $187.99. So if you're wondering what it looks like, actually here's the actual part number to it. It is a Dorman 911-922 intake, what's it say, intake manifold runner controller. That's what it is. So there you go, if you want to take a look at that. So that's what it is, and I'll open the box up here soon and show you what it is. I originally went to O'Reilly's. Well, I went to Dorman. O'Reilly's was one of their suppliers, but I went to O'Reilly's and they tried to charge me almost $300. For that much, I could probably buy a new, for I think a couple $100 more, I could buy the whole intake manifold, but they wanted to charge me $300 for this. So I just ordered from Summit. I think they maybe cost 150, maybe, but considering there's a car shortage, part shortage, chip supply shortage, all this other shortage, I just bought this. And considering all the things that are happening, I'm filming this at the time of the coronavirus pandemic, the COVID pandemic. So we're having a lot of supply shortages. So 180, I'll take it. And I'm going on a trip, so I got to get that done. All right, I got a lot of the debris that the squirrel climbs up through under here, dumps it right here at the opening, and then it just kind of filters through. I don't know what it does, but it just gets all up in here. So got to clean that out. All right, so I just wanted to clean that out since I'm here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to move the air filter cover and then the hose cover. If I can keep all these other hoses attached and just, you know, move them out of the way so I can get to that. And again, let me show you the part real quick. Okay, so here is the part. So you get this piece, try not to lose it, and here is the intake manifold runner controller, and most likely this little piece right here goes in here. Looks like either way it doesn't matter, but probably attaches on here, and then it turns. It basically turns, and then it controls the intake valves here. So I'm assuming that's what it does, and for some reason, hopefully this will work. Otherwise, I have to replace the whole intake manifold, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do that, but let's try the cheaper option first. So most likely it goes, if I'm looking at that right, it goes on like this. So 3 bolts to remove. All right, it's going to be kind of tricky. I'm going to try to remove the hose first, or I'm sorry, I'm going to try to move the air tank first. If you can see right there, there's a bolt right there. You kind of see that bolt. It doesn't focus. Anyways, so there's a bolt right there, and it's I believe it's okay, it's a 10 millimeter bolt, and I got a long extension here. It's Harbor Freight, you know, 301 piece toolkit, so got to use it again. And I'm going to try to move the air filter cover first. And although I tried to move the hose, but I got to remove these two. If that doesn't work, I'll have to unplug these two to get to the hose, because all these things are in the way. So anyway, wish me luck. Okay, it worked. It came off. Here's the 2 hoses that are attached to it, so I just fold it up. Now I should have enough room to get to the coolant hose. It feels hot, but I'm not oh yeah, it feels hot. I might give it a little bit more time before I decide to do it, or maybe I'll do it real quick. But yeah, it feels hot. All I did was take the car out here. car was facing that way. All I did was pull it out and then brought it forward, and the coolant's already hot like that. Engine's cold to the touch. This is cold, or this is hot. This is cold, or maybe this is the AC. I'm not sure. It's probably the coolant. Gosh. Anyways, I might be able to quickly undo it and then pull it up, and hopefully I won't get burned. There's the air intake right there. All right, that intake, that wasn't too bad. Just use this tool. I didn't have to torque it too much. Ooh, it is, a lot has flown out. Matter of fact, you can see it's still flowing. I'm gonna try to put a drip pan and try to catch it, but kind of already spilt the milk here. Anyway, there's a pan on the bottom. There's a cover on the bottom, so it would have just leaked out somewhere unexpected. But I'll put a pan under it, see if I could catch any more. It's still dripping. So if you're gonna do this, and there's still some actually in here. So yeah. So I guess put a pan. That's all I can say. All right, so I'm using the same 10mm that I took off of that, and I'm gonna use this. It works. If you go in here, it works great here. I think there's another one right there. So there's one, and there's two, and there's a third one, which is hard to see, but it's like right under here. I think I can still get to it if I just do this and push a little bit. I've already tried it. I can reach it. So the less I have to remove anything and reattach something, the quicker it is. So far, the only thing I've taken off is the air filter cover and the coolant hose. All right. Okay. I pulled out the bottom. That was not an issue if I did it this way. It worked out. The third problem is getting into that third nut, which is looks like it's right under here. Right under here. The problem is that this is getting in the way of getting to the bolt. I can get it like this, but I have to improvise because this would get in the way, and you're just at a weird angle again because of this thing is in the way from the bolt. It's getting in the way of the bolt. Just can't get it clear, and I don't want to strip the bolt head. So I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put it in this way because this can get in. If you have like a kind of screwdriver handle or something, this is too long. I already tried it. It's too long. But maybe a little stubby with a 10mm socket on the end. Maybe you could get it in there, but I'm gonna have to use these just to loosen the bolt, and then loosen it. Once I loosen the bolt, I can undo it by hand. All right, I got the second bolt out here. Kind of see it there. I got my second bolt out. Improvised tool, I guess, just so I can get it to fit. This is in the way. It just will not line up straight, so I had to anyways, it got done. I just had to untorque the nut, and you'll be surprised, most of the time you're using your fingers. You're literally using your fingers to unscrew and screw in. So your fingers are the main tools in this repair. All right, so I left the last bolt in just because I want to remove this piece, which I already have. And what you want to do is you want to get your finger underneath here to lift up. because there's that there's this little piece right here. So when it's on, let me try to put this back on while I'm okay. So while it's on, okay, sorry, while it's on, you just simply lift from the bottom. You can do it with your finger. Pull up, pull the tab up, and then it comes right off. Hopefully that helps you, so you don't break this piece. So it's just a little lever right there. You see that? See that little piece right there? You just simply lift up that little piece. It will release from here, from this little beveled edge, and it'll come off. And now I'm gonna go ahead and just remove the last bolt, and then hopefully this should come out. All right, I got it out. This piece right here kind of blocks the way. Yeah, so just be careful, finesse it. Also, this little piece came out from let's see, the end of this piece right here. It was hopefully I won't lose it, but this was sticking out like right here. So finesse it, don't lose the spring. I'm assuming the spring is important, so I'm going to put it over here. Here's the actual part. I don't know what was necessarily wrong with it. I'm assuming the spring goes, let's see if I can do this one-handed. I guess the spring kind of goes in there like that, and so it's going to be a challenge putting it back in, but I guess we're going to have to. And then the last piece would be, I'm assuming, is this piece right here. Yeah, this piece. So it came out like this. Came out like this. This piece going in right here. Oh, crap. Oh well, I guess it only comes out one way. I have another piece. I'll go find that. Okay, after further examination, it looks like this part right here, I have to take that out. Yeah, I have to take that out. There we go. Like that. There it is. Okay, so I needed to take this part out. I guess you can't mess it up. It goes either way. Old part. What I found interesting was that I noticed that this part right here, hold on. Okay, I'm back. That this came off. I don't know. The spring in here came off with it, and I'm not sure what it is. Anyways, that's what I noticed. That's what I noticed when I took it apart. So or when I took it off, that's automatically came off. I don't know if that makes a difference, because on the new part it's completely attached. Okay, and this should simply go right on. Let me I'll put the old part in here just to kind of show you, but if I can put the old part back on, it does turn the valves. Come on. I just had it on. It did turn the valve. Maybe I should have just kept this in there. Anyways, I'll figure that out. But it does turn the valve, so it did turn. Okay, I figured it out. If you look at this, you'll notice that this is rounded in the middle. The other side is just straight. You can see that, straight, rounded. You can see that round. This round piece goes inside. Let me try to demonstrate for you. You can see that. There he goes. So it goes in. I don't know what's wrong with this piece, and it does turn. So I'm assuming that the I'm going to replace it. I'm going to replace this with the new one. Let's see the new one. The new one should be also, yes, straight on one side, round on the other. Okay. I'm assuming it's going to be the motor controller that is not functioning, just because it did this, and if you look at that, it's not it's still attached. So okay, so hopefully I'll put this together in reverse order. If there's any problems, I'll let you know. Okay, I hand tightened the nuts, the 3 nuts, back by hand. These are your little tools. If you have small fingers, it'll work wonderful. If you have fat fingers, it's a challenge. Medium fingers, half and half. Anyway, so I just tightened the nuts, and then I'm going to go ahead and torque it down. And the last thing I'm going to do is probably wire it back up right here. That's real easy, just plug it in. And then the final test would be to start the car, drive it for a little bit. Of course, putting everything back, but I'll keep you up to date on that. All right, I'm going to do my final check before I put the coolant hose back and the air intake cover back on here. I want to make sure that that this piece right here that's in the intake manifold is lining up with this and going in like that, which it is. So I want to make sure. Where'd the spring go? Oh, did I lose the spring on here? Anyway, I don't need the spring. Looks like whatever was in here popped. So this was malfunctioning, so I'm assuming that's what the problem was. Okay, everything looks good, so I'm ready to put everything back, and the final test will be if it starts without any check engine light. All right, I decided to go ahead and put the coolant hose back on first, and because I tried putting on the air intake cover, and I did that, and it was real easy to put it on, and I figured I'd give myself a little bit more room for the hose clamp. So I put the coolant hose in first, and then putting on the air cover should be easier. So let's give that a try. Okay, I put the air cover back on. I latched the air cover on. If you can see that right there, it's hard to see actually, but right there, that bolt right there. I'm just going to go ahead and use my, use the 10 millimeter with my little extension here. It's actually T-bar, but I use it as a big extension. Tighten that up, and I should be good to go. All right, it is complete. Everything's back on. Didn't have to do anything with this other than the air intake cover, which I detached from the intake manifold, and the coolant hose. That's about the only thing I removed. So I would have to say, now I haven't started the car yet, but if you do this, I would say if you have a good idea of what you're doing and the step-by-step process, it'll probably take you about half an hour, maybe faster. If you take your time, maybe an hour. If you're making a video, it'll take you about 2 to 3 hours. Right? Anyways, let's start the car. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, I'm in the car. I cleared the check engine light. I'm gonna keep an eye on the tachometer, I believe, or RPM gauge, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna turn off the engine, and then I'm gonna go ahead and restart it, and let's see if the check engine light comes on. No, it does not. Good. Usually the check engine light comes on right when I start, and I think that the manifold, intake manifold runner controller, that piece wasn't moving, and so it just detected it wasn't moving, switched on the check engine light. So okay, I'm got that done. Don't have to worry about it when I get inspection. Whew. Anyways, please like, share if this was useful. Again, it'll probably take you half an hour if you watch this video, and then you could just zoom through all the steps without figuring out what it is. If you take your time, maybe about an hour. If you're making a video about it, it'll probably take you 2 to 3 hours. I have memberships available. You get early access, perks, and other membership levels. Check it out. Please consider joining. If anything, please subscribe. And if you found this very useful, please give me a thumbs up. Till next time, bye. All right, after a good power washing, nice and clean. All right, got all the nuts out of there. Good power washing, a good blow job with the compressor. Even wash this off. Let's see if I can put this back together. All right, how nice that is. Just give it a good rinse. All right, this car is ready for a road trip.